No, they will not be. Because we and some of our allies boycotted the 1980 Olympics in Moscow, the Soviet Union and their communist bloc reacted by refusing participation in this year's Olympics. Actually, there are two different ideas on that. Some would say that they didn't accomplish anything politically, only hurt the athletes. Others would claim that the boycotts had a big impact on the cooling relations between the two countries. The boycotts have had no real effect on Soviet policy in Afghanistan. Many believe that the long-term effects of these events will be very insignificant. The world will learn that these boycotts are nothing but a futile tool to get the countries to change behavior. The athletes of the offended countries are the biggest victims here. American runner Craig Virgin writes in his book about how much pressure President Carter puts on the USOC to approve the boycott. He also told Here and Now, "There is not an Olympics that goes by or an Olympics trials that goes by that I do not think of that boycott in 1980. According to Craig Virgin's book, the president threatened to take away the $16 million grant to the United States Olympics Committee unless it made the decision to not send American athletes to the Summer Olympics in Moscow. Yes, when asking the Soviets to leave Afghanistan, he gave them three threats: the threat of a grain embargo, withdrawal of the SALT II agreement, and the 1980 Summer Olympics boycott.
This event had a cause and effect relationship. Since the Soviets failed to withdraw themselves from Afghanistan, it caused America to boycott the Summer Olympics of 1980. The Soviets responded by boycotting the Summer Olympics of 1984. Those living in South Africa conclusively gained their rights back and got what they wanted in exchange for a resumption of trade. Both boycotts had repercussions, although not all of them are what the people instigating the boycotts wanted. Yes, 4 years prior to this boycott, most of the sub-Saharan African nations boycotted the Olympics in Montreal. Yes, this boycott was similar to the 1980 boycott in a way. This year's was instigated because of New Zealand being in Africa. They believed that the New Zealanders were supporting the apartheid regime in South Africa. The apartheid regime was a strict racial segregation and political and economic discrimination practiced in the Republic of South Africa that served to maintain segregated living space per four ethnic groups: the African or Black group, the white group, the colored group, and the Indian group.